Of course, I would turn this on and be like, oh, that's ridiculous. Okay, updates. Let's do updates, then let's do pep talk, and hopefully we'll get through all the things. So, my housekeeper messages me that she's not feeling good, so we, had to do the things on our own. So, made my kids a chore chart. One of them has to clean up after breakfast and sweep. One of them has to clean up after dinner and sweep. Drew did laundry. I put away dishes for the first time in I don't even want to say how long. I'm so grateful to my housekeeper, and I really hope that she feels better soon, but we're going to have to take all necessary precautions. So, kids did a full day of school today. We went on a walk. They are now in bathing suits in my jacuzzi. Poor things. I guess that's how you make it through a quarantine. You pretend you're at the pool in your mother's bathroom. So that's the update on that. Now, I want to give you some background on how am I feeling. I'm not sure if you're asking physically or mentally. Mentally, we'll see. Now, everybody's home and it's very exciting. Physically, I wonder... I don't want to be like, but I wonder if this is what I had, but like a really, really mild case, because I was really not feeling well last week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. By Tuesday, I felt a lot better, but I'm still very congested in here, not coughing or anything, but I just feel congested. So, and my throat hurts, but no fever, nothing like that. So a little bit of congestion still, but I'm not sneezing all the time anymore. So honestly, I have no idea. And the doctor's office and the ER is the last place you'd want to be right now, right? So I'm just kind of laying low. But I wanted to give some background on I guess where I come from in a sense, as to why I think what I'm working on currently. So a lot of the things I tell you are things I'm currently working on or something I was inspired by that I then want to give to you. I'm never on a soapbox being like, you guys need to know, we're all in this together. So fear is a very prevalent feeling right now. We have no clue. We have no clue. All we know is this very moment, right? So something that I always did and I got really, really good at was picturing the future and being excited for what was to come and looking forward to things and being really good at planning them and figuring out what was it going to be like and how was it going to feel and who was I going to be around and why? Well, because my childhood was hard at times, and I may get deeper into that as our trust grows, all 4,900 of you, but I might not. So we'll kind of see. But there were things that occurred and happened that made me not want to be in the now, not want to be there, not want to be in my current state, right? So I got really good at, I can't wait till I go to camp. I can't wait till I'm in 9th grade. I can't wait till I turn 12. I can't wait till I have that birthday party. I can't wait till I go to that place, right? And I got really, really, really good at focusing on the future, and probably in that time, it was my saving grace. So I don't judge myself for it, but it's something I contend with right now because you can't always be focusing on the future. And you can't always be stressing about goals and the what ifs and what, all the things that you just can't control. And so I've really gotten, this is way before COVID. I've been working with this guy, as you guys know, working on my autoimmune disease. And the only way to heal an autoimmune disease is to heal what's going on here. If you can heal yourself emotionally, you'll heal yourself physically. At least I believe, right? So point is that we've been talking about this, and one of the things I work on is living in the very moment, living in the now, not being so focused on, what happens when I hit this much income? What happens when I buy this thing? What happens when I go to that event? What happens when I go to this vacation? And focusing on today. So it's interesting that this is coming up now when it's so apropos to what's currently happening, because a lot of the fear is what happens if I run out of toilet paper? What happens if I don't have my meds? What happens if I don't feel good? What happens if so-and-so, such and such happens to so-and-so? What happens if this event gets canceled? What happens if I can't go to work? What happens if work shuts down? Right? All these things that are in the future that we used to think we had control over, meaning we used to think you get up in the morning, you drive to work, you do your work, you get paid. And that seemed to be a given to us. That seemed to be an obvious thing, like that was what we could control. But the truth is, the facts are, we never had control. It was always an illusion. And now it's just so much more obvious, right? It's so much more obvious that the control is not there. And that's really scary. Not knowing what the future is going to bring is really scary. So what I've been focusing on is today. Today is Monday, March 16th. And this is what we did today. I made a TikTok. Kids did school. We ate our dinner. We took the dog on a walk. I talked to some new people. I posted in some groups talking to some new people. I talked to some friends. This is what I did today. And tomorrow, I will worry about tomorrow. On March 17th, I can control March 17th. I can't control March 18th. I never could. I just thought I could. So it's just nuts. No one was ever promised tomorrow. We think it's a given. We're going to go to sleep and we're going to wake up, which is why, whatever religion you are, but I personally, we say a prayer every time we wake up in the morning. Thank you for waking me up, So I think that if we can get super focused on what we're grateful for, and in the current now for today, not what I'm grateful for tomorrow, not what I'm worried about tomorrow, not what I can do tomorrow, but what can I do today? What am I grateful for today? What can I control today? I think it's the only thing that's going to get us through. I can't imagine what else will, because if we start thinking about tomorrow on a day that we can't control the future, that's when crazy happens. That's when we start to feel out of control. That's when anxiety happens. And hey, if you're feeling those things, it's very normal. You're in great company. I think that if I have learned nothing other than this, it's that none of us are perfect. And on the things that we're working on are never going to be a solid, I'm perfect forever. No, it's, hey, when you catch yourself doing it, when you know you're working on yourself is when you stop and you're like, okay, let's not do that anymore. Let's not think that way. Let's not eat that. Let's not act that way. Let's not talk that way. You'll find yourself triggered. I found myself triggered because the dog was just not staying. And I was like, oh my God, what is wrong with you? And then I was like, he's a dog and you're being triggered right now because you can't control anything. So you're trying to control the dog to sit. I mean, he should know how to sit by now, shouldn't he? I don't know. Point is that I was like, you need to calm the F down and go talk about this so that more people can see it's normal to feel out of control right now and wish you could control it. But the fact is we never had it in the first place. So the sooner we realize that and understand that the only thing I can control right now is currently this time on this day in this place, and I'll worry about tomorrow. And I'll leave you off with this. I was on Instagram and someone shared a video from the zoo in, I believe it was Chicago. So all the zoos are shut down. And so the workers were going around to the different exhibits doing I don't know what, and they let the penguins come with them. I mean, just stop it right now, right? How freaking cute. The penguins were just hobbling. I freaking love penguins. Otters, penguins, monkeys. Yeah, those are my spirit animals. I love them. So the penguins were walking around the exhibits and someone videoed it, and they're so inquisitive and curious and looking, and it's in my Instagram stories if you want to go see. I shared it and it was just amazing to me. And I was like, wow, in this crazy thing, oh my God, don't touch your face. God damn it. I can't stop. Who knew how many times we touched our faces, So it was just beautiful to me. And it's amongst this crazy and the zoo actually closing and there being no people there was this beautiful moment of the penguins checking out all the other animals and seeing the zoo exhibits, and it was just adorable, And so I'm thinking, can we find our penguin in this? right? Like maybe you're able to sit and have a proper conversation with your spouse because you're not at work all day. Maybe you can give your kids more one-on-one time because you're not at work all day. Maybe you'll stop spending money that you shouldn't have been spending because you can't go to the mall. Maybe you'll read more. Maybe you'll eat healthier because you can't get to Dunkin' Donuts. Maybe you'll be kinder and more open-minded, and I don't know, all the good things that could come from this. I mean, I'm not trying to just like say, oh yeah, this is great. No, there's people dying, and that's really crappy. Which would bring me on to a tangent of, can you stay home, please? We have self-quarantined. We're actually under quarantine until the 20th because my daughter was exposed, but I'm not planning on leaving the house anytime after that unless we get a doctor's appointment or something. You know, like if you all keep inviting kids over to your house and getting together with friends for barbecues and going out to restaurants and getting your nails done, you are doing the world a disservice, and quite frankly, it's selfish. The only way that we're going to get rid of this thing is if we smoke it out, right? Everyone stops getting it, and then it will have nowhere to go because you won't be getting it and then transmitting it to others. So unless you have a job that is 100% necessary for you to leave the house, like a nurse or a doctor, why aren't you telecommuting? If your kid's school is still open, keep them home. Listen, do I know it's tough? Yeah, there's a lot to figure out. I am blessed that I'm able to have my kids home without beating it, like I didn't have to even blink. It's just that we both work from home, so great, So I get that it's easier for us, and I get that some of you have to work things out. But if you keep going out to get your nails done and you keep worrying about like, well, what if I can't, or, oh my God, we're bored, or let's have friends over, you're never going to get rid of this thing. And it's just going to turn into Italy, which none of us need. So it really baffles my mind that people aren't taking it seriously. And I see people out and I hear cars driving and I'm like, get in the house. What are you doing? Okay, that was a tangent. But the point is, find your penguin. Yeah, it's so psycho out there and totally crazy. And our first normal feeling would be fear and concern and panic and anxiety. Those are all normal feelings. But if you can find your penguin and say, what good could come from this? What kind of person am I going to be when all this is over? Because it's going to be over eventually. All things come to an end, right? So what am I going to be? Who am I going to act like? What version of myself am I going to be? My best version? Or will I have gained 20 pounds because I couldn't stop eating the things that I quarantined myself with? P.S. if you have an issue with that, let me know and I can help you. But point is that find your penguin. What beautiful thing can come from this? And understand that fear is never going to change the outcome. What's going to happen is going to happen whether you feel happy and excited about life or sad and scared about life, right? Your feelings don't change the outcome, which is powerful stuff if you think about it. So I'll take a deep breath, stop looking at the stock market, stop listening to the news. Let's just do our thing. Let's just stay home. Let's just, like I said, smoke this thing out. Listen to your mayor, even if he's an idiot. Oops, sorry. Did I say that out loud? I'm so sorry. Stay in. And hopefully this will be over before we know it. And we can talk about, remember when? Yeah. Anyways, I am feeling better. Thank you for whoever that was who asked. Lingering. So I don't know. But that is what I have for you tonight. I hope that helps you. And I hope that it helps you understand, let's live for today. Let's do Monday. On Tuesday, we'll worry about Tuesday. All right? I'd love to hear your thoughts. If this is something you're really good at, if this is something you're struggling with, and of course, share this with the other humans in your life. There's a little button, and you press it, and it shares onto your own wall. And then other people can watch it. And then other people can find their penguin. All right, have a good night.